Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome. Mark Dietz, welcome. A hush falls over the crowd as the clock ticks down. Yes, sir. Sorry about earlier. I seem to have. Oops. I seem to have forgotten about the how to set up a stream. So we got it all working now. Let's move to the scene. Hello, my name is Shane, and this is my art. In the heart of Silver City, New Mexico, where art comes to life. Discover the beauty of creativity with my stunning collection of prints. Here at Dalton Gallery, I believe art should be accessible to everyone. That's why I'm excited to introduce my exclusive collection, made here in America. With just a few taps on your phone, you can own a piece of art that speaks to you. Check us out at shanedaltongallery.com or click the banner below and take home some unique art today. Yeah. So, today, hello everybody. We're going to be working on this tiny little canvas that we did that one day to, we made it Bob Ross painting. Yeah. So, I don't feel like doing much, is what I'm saying. But what I do feel like doing is completing, say, this. And I think a bunch of line work is in order to make this a completed piece, something that I'm happy with. I've had a lot of good people coming in this weekend, talking to me about my art and just being a part of it. So, really happy that people are buying prints in-house. I got a new shipment of prints in. It's just all in all a very good thing. I hope you all are having a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. I say it's going to be fun. You know? Oh, this is funny. So, this right here is a business card. Kind of. This lady came in yesterday and she said, "Oh, I hear you're a part of ATC." And I was like, "What?" And she said, "Artists trading cards." And I was like, "What? Never heard of such a thing." So I guess she heard about my cards, which are super cool because, you know, full-on paintings. And that was really cool of her to come in and say, "Yo, I want to trade you a card." And so I guess this is a whole thing on the internet or interwebs or in real life or between artists. I don't know. I've never heard of this, but artist trading cards, which then got me thinking, how far do we take this? How far indeed? I want to make a little balsa wood trading card and then do something on it. Maybe oh man, could you imagine? So what if my trading cards were little wood stamps? So I carved in a stamp, and then once you got it, you could stamp out stuff. That would be cool. But this lady went all out, except for the back, you know, but I get it. She's doing her thing. Susan Phillips in Green Valley, Arizona. Good for her. I love it. I love this card. It's copper. Anyway, artist trading cards. Now, about this Bob Ross painting. Fix this. Yeah. All right. What I'm going to need is some paints and paintbrush. I got my water. And basically, we're gonna line work this up. We're gonna take it easy today. Have a nice chill day. I hope everyone in America had a great 4th of July. It was our Independence Day celebration. So, you know, lots of bombs going off and stuff like that, scaring the local dogs. I was thinking about all the deer. And you know how they would, well, I mean, once a year, and they must tell their youth, like, somewhere around summertime, stay out of town because it's a war going on. We have so many deer. The other night I walked out to have a smoke. It's probably 2 a.m. Could have been a little later. And I'm just standing out there just enjoying the moonlight and the clouds. I think it was cloudy that night, so I was watching them go by. And I thought someone set up a bunch of cones, like at that moment.
So, did you get any of the flooding, etc.?
What up, Mark? Yeah, I mean it was pretty good. Pretty good. Really good. I was hoping for that, like biblical floods. I got a little. There's a part of my door here that's on the west side, which has a lot of water flow, and I got to rebuild this little stopper of water that was there a long time ago. So I'm sure they had epic floods that we haven't seen in 100 years. So, I want to get that finished. But anyway, the cones that I thought were cones were actually these 5 deer that were just walking, young deer, like teenage deer, and they're all just out in the city. It was so cool. I was like, hey, what's up, deer? And then they look over, and they're like, oh, shit, human. And I was like, you guys should get out of here. And then they all just started trotting up the hill, up the street. It was wonderful. I liked being a part of it. But I was wondering about them during the 4th of July celebration, They must really think we're bonkers. Once a year, we just start blowing stuff up. We're pretty bonkers. So, let's get this painty started. I need a painty platey. Okay, let's slide that over to there. Let's put this right here, and it's a nice chill day. This is when you know it's chill around here, when I'm sitting down, yo. Please allow me to sit. So, when we painted this in the back log of my YouTube history, we just went at this painting like a Bob Ross painting. So, boom, boom, boom. I did some happy little trees. I did a little pooper shed right here. A lot of flowers. And then it turned into this, like, what's that artist's name? Thomas Kincaid. Yeah, terrible, right? But just like everything is involved in this painting. So now, I think to balance it out, I think I'll just do my art on it, which is, as I look at every painting in the world, I say, oh, it's almost done, because I see all the line work that could be there. So let's do that. Boomer League! And since this is a mock, hello, Boomer. Since this is a mock Bob Ross, mock Thomas Kincaid painting, turned into my own, I'm going to bend rules that I usually stick within a certain rule pattern, which is 3 to 5 colors, I think we need to go a little more. Let's get nuts. Let's break rules. That's all. If I'm going to break my own rules, I'm going to break the rules of art. And, as long as we're all cool with it, let's go. I need some blue. I need some blue. I need some brown. I need some brown. I hope you all are having a great day. I am having a great day. Seems like we have a few people here. I love it. Happy to see you all here. Thank you for joining me. Now, remember, I don't count white or black as a color. I count them as another word. So get off my back. Right now we got 4 colors, you see. We're gonna get nuts. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm breaking all the rules. Let's just say too much Laverne and Shirley in my life. You know what I'm saying? Those who know. All right. I think that's enough.
Mark Dietz.
That's like all the colors I see.
I would just stain that painting, but you see things differently, which is
Ah, nice. Like stain it up and just like deepen, like take some coffee and just like blow. That's pretty cool. It's a cool idea. I was thinking of this is very interesting that you pull that up and out. I was honestly thinking of doing like an alcohol based it's kind of like a stain. It's kind of like a tie dye. Water and alcohol don't mix, yeah. So when it sets on, you put a light. Like I wouldn't use thick paints. I'd thin it way down, and then I'd pour it out over, and then I'd drop down some rubbing alcohol on it or something cool. And then I was thinking of just working that out into a line work. But yeah, we're just gonna get disgusting with this today since I'm sitting. We're chilling. And what I mean by that is we're just going to take it to the limit. As a matter of fact, here's a good opportunity to not use the brush. Here's the brush. That's the brush that's painted every painting in here. Here's the brush I bought, which is exactly the same brush.
is what I do at times.
Nice. A transparent wash. That's exactly what I was talking about. Let's go. Let's start with the sky, shall we? Yeah. As you know, I just do things a little different. So I'm getting a blue. See? We're getting that nice blue. That's the too dark. Sorry about earlier with forgetting how to do a stream. Give me one day off a week and I just went bonkers. All right, there's a nice blue that we can start with. Because really, we're just going to mess up the sky here. Shall we zoom in? Just get really familiar with the painting. Damn, this fly. I'm awesome. Smelling great, obviously. I got the front door open. So, new brush. This is going to be one of those. Gosh darn it. One of those that's going to be done soon. This fly has to die. You know this, right? I can't be throwing out a fly here on live internet. It's pretty bad here in the summer when it comes to the bugs. I'm not going to lie. I mean, just flies, really. Every town has in Tucson or here, it's that summertime, like, oh, here comes the cockroaches, and they must throw down some kind of anti-cockroach stuff down in the sewers. You know, they all come up, or they just come up because it's time. But I've been here 5 years. It's my favorite town ever. And like when I moved into this building, it was empty for years. Oops, sorry guys. The building was empty for years, so it had a little bug problem. Let's just say that. The yoga place next door did a pretty good job of doing what they had to do, but I'm sure they weren't coming over here to do something to a property that they didn't, have a part of. So when I moved here, I just started focusing on that, and I ripped up the floorboards and did all that.
Said,
But
try northern Alberta. You have to wear a net over your face.
yeah, right? No, I've heard of such things up there. Giant hummingbird-sized bugs. Like, yeah, it's nothing here. Don't get me wrong. At all, it's nothing. We have enough breeze outside to kind of alleviate a lot of that. But inside my art gallery, they seem to find their way. Those little buggers. Classy. Somebody I used to know. Come on, man. Let's go. This is fun for me because I really don't have to do much. All I got to do is sit around and watch stuff happen like you guys. Obviously, I got to place the color where I need it, pick the color. But that's all the work I got to do on this right now. Which is probably some of my favorite works.
Said, but we are rat free, so it's a trade-off.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Out here, yeah. I spent 4 years in Seattle, and, woo, I had never seen size of rats like that. I mean, in the nicest of neighborhoods, my girlfriend at the time was, a nanny. And I remember just being at the house once. I think I was doing a painting because, that's what I used to do. And I think I was there and I saw a rat the size of a raccoon. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even think it was a rat. I had to go out and double, triple. Because, even in Tucson, it's just too hot. You don't have rats scurrying across some kind of wire or pole or whatever. It was so wild, man. So this brush is pretty thick, not gonna lie. I'm using it to try to kind of put some life into it. We can kind of think of it like a guitar. You pick up a guitar that hasn't been played in a while. And it's not so much that you can tell immediately, but once you start to warm it up, it starts to resonate better, and, that's how that guitar works, man. So it's kind of like the same with a paintbrush, except that I got to do it for months. Got to use the darn thing. Okay. You trying to get on TV, Fly? Go away. Shoo, Fly, shoo. Huh? Anyway, hope you all are having a great weekend. I hope the weather is beautiful where you are. It is absolutely gorgeous here. You can see the right there, that's downtown Silver City.
Mark Deeds said, you should see my guitar collection.
Nice. Guitars are fun. Guitars are fun. Took me years to kind of get there, but to like enjoy myself playing, you know? And really, I only know one song front to back, and that's the King of the Hill by the Refreshments. God, go away, fly. Please don't make me kill you. I will crush you. Everybody. God's creature, my foot. That's my best Jack Nicholson. I mean, he's never said that, but. Damn, this thickness of this. I'm working with it because it's alive and it's happening. I'm not a fan yet. I might have to pull out the secondary brush. Let's see how fine of a. I might have to cut off some of these. I don't know how I'm going to achieve this, everybody. Hey, everybody. I mean, maybe that. Let's try a little bit of white. White. Let's try a little bit of white. Hey, everybody. How do you like now? Okay. I mean, we're going to cover this up. There is nothing I can do wrong. I'm calling it.
Mark said, I played pro for years all around Western Canada and some of the states.
Oh, right on.
Washington, Idaho, Montana. Americans are good folks, Imo.
That's great. That's really cool to do something like that professionally. I'm sure it's tiresome. I'm sure there's a lot of, real work activity there. But to just be able to get up in front of people, I can't imagine this is one form of entertainment, I suppose, but it's not like a stage, where that much energy is being pushed towards me. There's a lot of distance between some of us. And it seems like it's easier to handle, but I've never been on stage. It just seems to me like it would be overwhelming. Probably pretty cool, though. What did you find it like? Someone that I used to know. Let's mess with Texas. No, let's not do that. Just wipe it on my pant leg. It's cool, bro. Yeah, I'd love to know what you thought about professional musicianship. I mean, even if you're a part of like an orchestra or something, it's taxing, it's wearing. You're playing the same thing, and it's. What if you get sunburned lips and you're a saxophone player? Okay, I call on personal experience because I used to be a trumpet player in school, grade school through middle school, and my folks would take us to Mexico a lot, and I would often come back with sunburned lips. Very difficult to play with. All right, I think I'm going to have to switch out to the other brush. So what do you think of artist trading cards? God, what a different feel. Same brush. This one might be a little thicker in the handle. Yeah, it definitely is. I need to find this exact same brush because a huge part of it is the feel you get.
Said, yet it was a great era of my life. It was great to play all week, but just doing weekends was cool because you had all week to see the site slash.
Oh, word. Yeah, if you're like traveling around. For sure, dude. I used to house sit for one of the piano players for Jethro Tull in Tucson. I never got to ask him any real questions about his previous life of fame and, all of that came with it because he was a drug counselor at the time. And so it was like, I guess he saved that shit for, pardon me, he saved that for, part of his counselship so that he could relate to the people he was trying to heal. So I never really asked him about that.
Said, the biggest show I ever did was an outdoor gig. All the big Nashville bands there and I got stung by a wasp on my frickin' index finger.
Oh shoot! Dang, you're up there to play guitar, and now you got a missing finger. You're Jerry Garcia, just like bam, like that. I get it. Hello, nurse. Did I say that out loud? That is crazy. Ain't nothing a little bottle of whiskey can't fix.
Had to reinvent guitar playing on the spot in front of 18,000 people.
Nice. Yep. You up there like using your right hand to do all the they're like, whoa, 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 what kind of concert you think this is, boy? And then, no, I think it's wonderful and good for you. And that's part of, I guess, part of it too. Having, if you're a singer and your voice goes out, what the F, bro? You can't let that happen. Not as a professional. Someone that I used to know. Why was that song stuck in my head, bro?
Mark Deeds. Said, yeah, I was okay by day 3. It was a week-long hit.
Oh, that's cool. Dang, a week? Just a festival? Bunch of brews, summer tents. That's TENTS, tents. Don't get it twisted, people. Let's let's get the real bright, just pure white down here on the bottom. We're trying to slowly bring in a fade. Clean the brush. Wipe the brush. Real Bob Ross moment right now, people.
Mark Deeds said, yep, that's what it was.
Oh, festival with tents. Dig it, dude. That's awesome. I stopped going to concerts after, like, going to a Dead show and then just realizing what a festival could be a part of, and just like why aren't all concerts just festivals, you know? And then so I would just go to some festivals for a while, and then the older I got, the less concerts I went to, and now it's literally only the last 3 concerts have been Tool, Primus, and Beck. And I'm fine with that. I don't think I'd probably see Beck again. Maybe. If he came here to Silver City, what? Wanted to do a small bar or something like that, I would definitely go see him. I'll shake his hand. I'll be like, remember that time in Colorado when we smoked DMT together? And he'd be like, what the frick are you talking about? And then I would tell him my whole story about how I think I smoked DMT with Beck in 1996. And then he could tell me, finally, once and for all, that I was goofy and that wasn't him. You know? So I would go see him if he, you know, came around here, I guess. I'd see anybody if they came into town.
Said, the best thing was playing at Ski Hills. Free lift passes.
Whoa, Ski Hills.
Music at night.
Okay, I see.
A lot of fun.
I never even thought of that. That's so far removed from my life that I would never even think, oh yeah, they have concerts out. And of course they have concerts. It's big money, man. All right, I'm putting a lot of like geometry behind the trees because I think we're going to cover it up with some branches. That was a terrible R roll. But you get it. ¿Cómo estás, amigos? You know? Someone that I used to know. See, we just need to bring this color down. Some thick lines is good. Is good. Now, you see what I've done here? I'm going to back up for you.
Mark Deeds said, not much contrast. I can't quite see what you're doing.
That's the idea right now. There isn't much contrast, but if you can just focus on the...
Can't.
Yeah, I get it. That's the idea for this one, because it's going to be overwhelming with lines that when I get up and move back into the dark blues, which I suppose I could do right now. Let's get funky with it. Let's put some life into this beast. I like to take things slow, bro. But, you know, I can't go too slow. You can't go too slow. Adidas. Adidas. This way, at least it'll have a progressive fade, or maybe. Yeah. I think that's why I really have to focus on editing together one of these paintings start to finish. Just to bring some excitement to this channel. Right now it's this live show, which seems to be, you know, doing what I'm doing. But that's all I'm doing. So if I were to, what I'm saying is if I were to, have a video that's like 10 minutes long, start to finish of a painting, that could be something that could create some viewership, I suppose. This is difficult because, if you're not in love with the concept, hard to hang on. But with your help, thank you, we're bringing some contrast in here immediately. And I think that's important. Just got to go evenly across the whole page, the whole canvas. What's wrong with me? Okay, that helps. Let's talk about that purple, red, purple, 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 red, purple, red, purple. Man. This is all for the mountain. I'm also going to bring a little polka brown in. Polka brown. A little more blue. And I'm looking for a nice highlight color for these mountains. Yellow ochre. And we make this nice golden red rouge. See how like it has gold in it and it's, whatever. Let's work it. So first things first, we're just going to follow some of these edges. Really screw it up. Because that's what we do. I think it's too light for this dark color. Let's see what we can do over this white. Oh, that might be the juice. Orenthal James. You know what I'm saying? That just might be the juice. It's cool. It's terrible. We need a little bit of black. I just got to bounce in just a smidgen. A super dollop, if you will. Just a smidgen.
Mark
And then we got to start over.
said, your channel and style are different. Sad thing is that great artists sometimes get fewer views than Bob Ross clone channels.
No, for sure. No, 100%. And really, it's not even a Bob Ross cloning channel anymore. I would love to see that. It's more or less just like, wow, what are we doing today? Today we're gonna, and then YouTube, it's just real fast. It's real. So this is different, yes. And I'm okay with that. That's why I do it. And I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. My real life is muy important to me. This town is very important to me. When this town acts like an Instagram model, I get worried. So as a business owner downtown, I am going to go to these meetings. We got one coming up here. Probably, I think, in 10 days. I don't know how I jumped on that train. What's wrong with me? All right, so I need a balance here. So we need a darker color version, a very dark version of this. Because you got to come at it twice, with the third part of it being the base. You start to get something. Okay, I get it. I get what I'm doing. Sometimes I just even have to look at it and be like, what the heck is going on? But it's all supposed to happen this way, by the way. What I'm doing, I'm setting up for le future, huh? And this dark needed to happen. All right, love. We have the other color right next to it that we could get a little lighter. That's too much, but that's okay. As long as we're bouncing between these colors, it's really what matters. Every shade in between happens, and your eyes can pick out like tones, and you're like, oh, that rock is orange. But in actuality, that rock is every shade of every color. It's just dominant in one because of mineral deposits, whatever. There's reasons, you know? Why is a rock, man? This could bring a whole onslaught of ideas where I just take paintings that I buy at stores and then just finish them. So you see what I'm doing? Destroying something beautiful. But we'll make it nice again. We're going to make this painting great again. Why you got a joke like that? People say. But if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, you know? I mean, how much laugh fat do we have anyway? I'm on a low laugh fat diet. Seems like we're gonna do something else here.
Said, is Silver City kind of an artsy-fartsy place like Austin, Texas?
Yeah, except Silver City's a mining town. A legit, still working, functioning mining town that I guess sometime in the 90s, artists started to pull away from the expensive Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and, you know, spread out, baby. And this town's been doing things since forever. Since it started, it's been trying and trying, but it needed something other than the mining. Even in the 50s, the Chevy came in with a dealership thinking it was going to be the spot. But it wasn't. So I talked to people who lived here like their whole life. It's kind of weird and fun to talk to them about it. But yeah, and then ever since then, and I guess the 90s, the late 80s, 90s, people just started to slowly do art stuff here, and then it became like, it has these like big booshes and boof, and it's like a heartbeat, you know? So it pulsates, and then it calms down, and then it bam bam, and then it calms down, and then it bam bam. But when I moved here 5 years ago, I was the 27th art gallery in a 1, 2, 3, 4 block radius. You know, the basic historic downtown. I'm at one end, and the other end is college. So, yeah, a lot of art galleries. Pre-COVID, it was still cheap to be here. Post-COVID, well, same as everywhere. A little more expensive. Really, as long as I don't think what I'm doing when I'm doing this, I really can't go wrong. But the moment I give it a shred of thought, I just screw it up.
Mark Deeds. Zip. Let me guess. They mine silver there?
It's a good guess. Silver, gold, anything you could pull out of the ground, I suppose. And there's 2 functional mines on pretty much 30 miles, I guess, east. There's probably 35 miles east. There's one. Their tailings get dumped into Deming, which is south and just downhill. And then there's one just probably 17 to 25 miles south. And that's the 2 ways out of town. So we're in luck here in Silver City. We're a higher elevation and farther away from the mines, where we don't get a lot of the drinking water problems that you would get. We don't have an issue with water here. I mean, there's a creek 1 block that way. As a matter of fact, so right here, this building right there is the brewery, and all those trees behind it is the creek, and it runs the full length. I'll put the pen through it. It runs the full length of it. You know, just that way. Beep, beep, beep. And that used to be the main street. But the creek said, you know what? We need to be here. This is creek life right now. And the street had no chance to survive. So a whole block in Silver City was destroyed and washed away when the creek decided to show up, to show its face. The creek's been here ever since.
Mark Deeds. Zip. Calgary has a lot of areas like that. Artist enclaves. Everyone looks some kind of funky.
Yeah, so when it comes to cool artist towns, you know, Bisbee's on fire right now because of Doug Stanhope and just like everything that's going on in Bisbee. Silver City is still quiet. Silver City's still quiet. I love that about it. There's not a lot of funkiness. What it is like we're in a mile high in the mountains of New Mexico. And to get out of the heat, people come here. So you got people, this isn't really like, let's go to Silver City to find art. This is, let's go to Silver City to cool off, get out of town, maybe do some hiking in the Gila. For everybody who does the Continental Divide Trail, this runs right through this town. So we got a lot of backpackers. This year it's fire season, so we get a lot of hot shots every night. They all come in their big trucks, park, and then they get their duffel bags out and they go to the hotel. So that's happening also. Hot shots. It's cool, man. It's cool to me because there's nothing going on, but when people do come here to buy art, and they will, then they buy art, and I'm happy about that. Because, you know, some people who do go to, like, Santa Fe and stuff know the price difference. And, bro, my art could be in Santa Fe for sure. I could move, you know, I could be up there selling art, putting a 0 on these paintings. But I could be anywhere. I could be in Bisbee partying and doing that. But I am so blessed to be here, right now with you guys. This is really what I want. This is what I want, what I really, really want. I think it would even be a problem if I mean, I would have to have like a person here.
We are lucky in Calgary, cleanest city with the cleanest water on earth.
Nice.
Right out of the Columbia ice fields.
Yeah, Calgary sounds beautiful. Beautiful. And yeah, clean cities where people, you know, care. And, I guess perhaps I would hope maybe every other country in the world could take happiness and solace in the fact that they're not America. Now, I love this place. Civil engineering is top notch. Everything about it. It's crazy cool, but there are so many aspects of like, you just pick one. Litter, what you think gun violence is, whatever it is. There's a topic you can pick and be like, well, at least we're not Americans, you know. Well, as an American, can't quite say that. Some people lean into that shit with a cape. Wearing a cape on their back, All right, so behind the snow, let's back this up a little bit. Erp, burp, wide erp. Oh, now we getting somewhere. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at the painting through the microphone, underneath, trying to get a good view of it. We're just looking for depth and dimensions and pulling different parts out. Probably work this out over here. Same terrible fashion. At least put it in the same depth. And you might be looking at the painting going, well, you're good with the painting, and I get it. It's a painting. But my style is supposed to be a certain way. So that's why I keep calling it I ruin paintings first.
You don't see trash on the streets here.
Yes, sir. So you don't see trash on the streets here, thank goodness, but that's because of me and a couple people like me who walk around town picking up trash daily. Once a month they have a thing in town where you're like, oh, you part of the trash picker uppers? I'm like, no. But yeah, I'm not. Look, it all came out wrong, but I think you get what I'm saying. It takes the effort of the community to do the job the government won't do. Now, we're not supposed to rely on our government. I think we forgot about that. I think we've totally forgot about that. But that's okay. This is not a political show. This is an art show. And we're here to do art. So I walk around and I pick up trash, and it's fun. It relieves my smoking habit for a little while. Like in the morning, if I want to have a cigarette, I generally will just go out and do that first. Almost like a reward situation, but not necessarily.
Mark Deeds said, yeah, yeah, no. Calgary is great if you like a big city, but more and more every day, I'd like to move back home. Sleepy town in a beautiful setting. Many are finding that in other countries.
Yeah, here especially here in the Americas, the United States part. Especially people are just flocking to these middle of nowhere places. I literally talked to a guy yesterday here in my store, and he was conversing with other people, and we were all kind of talking together about the real estate market here in town. And he went to a realtor, yesterday, and asked to be shown around to some places, and she said there were none. What? There's none. So there's that. I'm sure you can get a trailer here or whatever, because they're always available. But whatever that guy was looking for, zero. I thought, wow. So post-COVID, everyone kind of moved out of the big cities. Those who didn't want to. There's tons of people in the big cities. Hell, I was in Cali recently thinking, there sure is a lot of people here.
Happy painted.
What do we got here? Amy, oh, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. We're having a happy time doing a happy painting. This is a happy little painting, by the way. This was done months ago
Mark Deeds
in my show.
said, I know a lady from Thailand, came to the USA wanting all that cool stuff. Now she lives here, works 12 hours a day, traffic jams, etc. Would rather move back to Thailand.
For sure, dude. I mean, they said somewhere in some kind of place they're selling this idea that America is all that. People come here still. Amy, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. But what I was saying about this painting is that we did this months ago. It was a Bob Ross tribute painting. It turned into like this Thomas Kincaid puke painting, but that's okay. These aren't what I do. But what I do is screw them up with lines, and that's what we're in the middle of doing today. I couldn't quite do my painting, the one we were always working on the past week, so we're just going to focus on this one and kind of put a bunch of lines in and see how it goes. And we're working our way from the sky, then we did the mountains. I have a little bit more to do here on this mountain, and then trees, and then blah, 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 and we'll keep going to the foreground. But thank you for joining us. And yeah, I know people who live in Mexico who rather be in Mexico.
That's cool.
I literally have to go to Mexico a couple times a year, and somehow they're just, taught that it's better over here. The work is great. Anywho, we're here to paint, as we are doing, and we are doing. Ba 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 da da da. Cha cha cha. Bueno. Okay, we'll just do that there. We'll throw a couple here to help that out. Give it a little bit of something, something. Yo, you gotta have some something, something. Where you at, dog? There we go. Let's get some darker versions in there.
Mark Dietz said, the expense these days too. Yesterday, $186 for 3 bags of groceries. I want to move where I can grow a garden.
Yeah. But then you got to have pickling stuff ready. You got to be ready, man. If you really want to do a garden and sustain your life on it, you have to be ready. You have to learn to pickle. You got to have that stuff year round, son. You know, festivals and harvest parties are beautiful and wonderful and part of a good community, but sustaining, I guess, yeah, the groceries are pretty darn expensive, man. I guess I just eat less. Sad. I'm more confused about is that the fruit's not real. I'm confused about all that. If you guys want to discuss more crazy stuff, show up on my zombie program. We can talk all kinds of wacky. Me and Bearded, we'd be killing zombies in the evening. A lot of fun. All right, so let's do some trees. Let's do some trees, dog. Let's work on this green. You guys probably can't see much of a difference there. There we go. We move it into there. A gray-green, beautiful thing. Come on inside. Just let your doggy get water. That's why I got the bowl there, so your doggy can get water. Now for the trees, yeah. Just got real weird in here. All right, let's go.
Mark Dietz said, another reason to grow your own. We can grow pot here though legally.
Yeah, here we can too. So what I'd like to do is either win the lottery or, well, this is really the only way. Or become a famous artist on YouTube that pays my bills, right?
Said,
So,
26 days into the game. We love it.
the zombies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been having fun with it. Thank you for joining me on that. But putting a deck on top of my gallery would be where I need to be. I don't even have a yard. I can go out in Mother Nature. I like that. I like it. at how fine I can paint with this brush. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? All right, knucklehead, don't screw it up. What did I say earlier? This is the part that I like because I can't screw it up. What happened to that guy? I mean, it's pretty crazy. We're going to make it all effervesce. That's what I'm going to call this. The effervescing Thomas Kincaid. And like it goes the whole painting. It's like if you listen real closely to life, it does the same thing. It effervesces. I think science likes to call it entropy. But us people who listen, so a lot of sideways, as you can tell, because that's how trees are, man. Okay? If you don't know, now you know. I mean, just a little while ago, you had no idea that trees were like that. And now you know. I mean, you're welcome. All right. My B, JK, LOL. Choked up too much on the old paintbrush. Oh, I like it.
I'm a victim of entropy.
Aren't we all? Who would have thunk a painting I hate so much? I'm throwing some time into it. Maybe I'll love it. You know, we're looking for movement. We're looking for like that. Oh. Once you get the brush doing what you want, it's hard to pick it off the canvas. Everybody got their Adidas, 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 Adidas. Ah! Go away, fly. Shoo, fly, shoo. Let's throw a little yellow in here. A little more yellow in here. A little more for Santa Claus. Okay. I mean, this is perfect. What I'm really looking for in this painting, that's what I thought when I started today, was an insane amount of like small lines. 20 lines. Okay. All right. I'm going to kill this fly. I've had it. I'm done. Give me a minute. Let's just say you all very lucky right now. Y'all lucky right now, that's all. I was going to bring out a fly swatter. Then I was going to explain to everyone born past 2000 what a fly swatter was. And then I was going to catch the fly in the fly swatter, which is something I do well. I catch flies alive. What's up? You want a party?
Mark Dietz said, catch with some chopsticks.
Heck yeah, we get Kung Fu in here. I'll be like, Kung Fu. So I'm repeating patterns on purpose. The game here is psychological. I am trying to provide a pattern that obviously isn't a tree, it's line work, but I'm trying to provide a pattern that seems like it would be acceptable if you were to see a tree. You'd be like, oh, that's a tree. Geometrical shapes as opposed to this is a tree. Using non-geometry. Look at that. I'm trying to find geometrical shapes using non-geometry. Just chaos, man. Let's go. You got enough chaos together, and you start to see some things. I'm in a good mood. What are you going to do? I got a fly bugging me. Nothing I can do about that. I don't even have a pair of chopsticks. I guess I could yell at him. Oh boy. We have another bush right here in front of that tree.
Mark Dietz. Sit. Baseball bat.
I did it like this. I did it like that. I did it with the whipple bat. So I'm on the run. The cops got my gun. I don't want to get, a Beastie Boy in here being mad at me. All right. I'm stupid. Let's make a nuke green.
Sit. Howitzer. Lots of ways to take out a fly.
Howitzer, yeah. Just coming in. Apache helicopter. I suppose I could just fly one in. Ruin my windows, but at least we'll get the fly, maybe. Maybe. Just with sheer shrapnel. I guess that's what we'll be going off of. Go away! You crazy fly! You know the thing. That's our guy. I have another example of crashing worlds in my worldview.
Mark Dietz. Sit. Apache would be good. Reasonable too. Don't want to overreact because of a fly, right?
Yeah, we just keep it calm, keep it simple, keep it legit. So I have a neighbor, and I'd love to ask my pop this, but I have a neighbor. He owns an art gallery across the street from me, And years ago, I could have sworn he said he had a twin brother, one of whom looks exactly like him. I mean, exactly. And so the other day, I'm out there and we're talking, and he's the one who invited me to this business meeting with the downtown society, whatever. And we were always talking, and he was talking about his brother, and I was like, I looked over to my friend. I was like, oh yeah, he's got a twin brother. And then he looked me square in the nose and said, no, I don't. I was like, what? He's like, he's 5 years older than me. I was like, what? Now, I don't think I made up a story where this man was like, yeah, I have a twin brother. I'm beginning to think worlds are crashing together. Realities are meshing. And I'm not beginning to think it. I've been thinking that since 2013. But it's just becoming so apparent when I'm like in front of somebody where I could have sworn that I don't think I made up a part of his life, where I was like, oh, this is what happens in his life. That's what, I think that he told me that he was a twin, but what do I know? I got to ask my pop, because I remember my pop being there when we were all talking about this. And if my dad says, yeah, he's got a twin, then I know wormholes are clashing. And I'm enjoying it, but wormholes clashing. Maybe I'll fall into one where I'm super rich. That doesn't matter. Money isn't the way.
Mark Deeds said, it's those scientists messing around and serious.
For sure, when they first popped their cherry in 2012 is when the first black hole meld was happening. That's why 2013, it all seemed to start to go awry. However, I'm a man who exists in a world that remembers Nelson Mandela dying in prison. I don't know why. I also remember a cornucopia on Fruit of the Loom logo. I also remember a lot of things that people don't remember. And so, whatever, dog. I don't think I made up what I remember. But some of them I think I did make up, because I guess psychologically we only remember in photographs. And so when I think of part of my memories that are actually movies, like quote unquote movies, where I see a scene happen, I think I might have made that up. I'm a pretty creative fella, as you can see. I'm putting chaotic lines down on a painting that was done. So I'm either destructive or creative. I don't know yet. A little bit of both. No. Gosh, I hope someone wasn't walking by my store when I said that. Can you imagine trying to open a door of a store and then you just hear the guy go yell, "No!" I probably wouldn't go inside either. I'd say, okay. We said no. I don't know what kind of bush this is. The one right here. But it's different. It's darker. I'm going to highlight it, of course, when I get the chance and when we're at that stage. Ding dong. Been at this for a bit. I can tell the paint is skimming over like a real terrible milk. I so poor I drink milk. It's making my bones kind of rubbery. I'm part of a class action lawsuit. See that? That's my bones. What a crazy concept. So what I have to do here is get even crazier with the line. So already it's a crazy line work experience, right? But now I have to have different geometries for different crazies. So this tree has a geometry that sets this way and this way. This tree this way. This little bush is going to be more up and down and topsy-turvy, yo. There's a lot going on in these paintings, I'll tell you what. I'm proud of it. I hope you all are too. Welcome to the show. Más agua. KFMN, Baja California, Mexico. Yesterday I was called the best painter in town. What? Those people. Those people are great. But yeah, some lady was just blown away by my art. Which I'm down. I understand. I see where she's coming from. I put the hurt down on some color, you know? I'm like a WWE wrestler with this color. I got it in a rear naked choke. Hey now, you're not. Oh, I almost dipped it into my coffee. Don't do that, okay? That's not how we like to enjoy coffee. With a side of paint. That's gross, man. The frig, bro. What's going on, bro? You know, when I'm painting these things, it's right now I was just feeling this kind of emotion when I was just sitting there doing this. And this feeling is like obvious, I guess is the best way to put it. It's an obvious feeling. It's kind of like, oh, you do need to be doing this. This hasn't been done before. And so it becomes like an obvious thing where I'm like, oh, I see exactly what I'm doing. I see what I need to be doing. And it's obvious. Best way to put it. You see? Marvelous. Now we got this over here. I think we'll work just some green into this color I got going on here. I like. Nice little light green. Obvious.
Mark Dietz said, will you do cooler blue lines down in the shadows?
Yeah. It's all supposed to interact. Even these real bright area will be toned down with balance, and all of it will, it'll all make sense as it comes together. Ooh, that sounds like a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. He either, they either, whomever says that sentence, it's gonna all come together. They either really know what they're doing, or they have no idea. That's what I get from that sentence. And I said it. I suppose it's going to be up to you to figure that out. But I think color I am good with. So what we got here is this nice transition. You see what's happening here. I used all the lighter greens way up here on the top end. And now I just brought this color and toned it in with some of the green and then working my way back up this way. So heavy down here. Oh, shit. I almost spilled everything and ruined the world. Almost ruined the world. I might have ruined the world. Let me see. I ruined a little bit of world, not all the world. Hang on. I got to dry off the world. My cards. I got to be careful of my cards. Okay. ATC, artist trading cards. I'm going to make some. Let's get goofy with it. I'm going to send them out to everyone who signs up with my email. Everyone could have one. Come on, man. Let's get groovy. I need to clean up my mess. I'll be right back. Let's chill for a minute, shall we? Be right back. You know what? Let's look at downtown. I mean, right? Let's get rid of this. Boom.
I still see a wash, now that the lines are happening.
Nice, dude.
But that's just me.
That's cool. B-R-B. Bang. And we say, okay. And then we wait. Oh, there it is. Hang on a sec, people. B-R-B. That's what you say. Oh, wow. That's annoying. How about we don't do that and we just act like we did? We'll do it right up over here, over the top C. There we go. It's a lot of work. I'm silly. Anyway, I'll be RB.
Boomer Lee said, "We want one, please."
Oh, the artist trading card. Yeah. What a beautiful day. You know, I was just thinking about that wash. And, like, what if we're looking at this through a window pane, you know? That could be crazy. Anyway, I'll be right back. Sorry. All right. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Hello, my name is Shane, and this is my art.
In the heart of Silver City, New Mexico, where art comes to life. Discover the beauty of creativity with my stunning collection of prints. Here at Dalton Gallery, I believe art should be accessible to everyone. That's why I'm excited to introduce my exclusive collection, made here in America. With just a few taps on your phone, you can own a piece of art that speaks to you. Check us out at shanedaltongallery.com or click the banner below and take home some unique art today. All right. Back at it after mathematics, homo drive-bys, and acmatics. Sticky green and bad traffic.
Boomer Lee. Seth. Branding stamp cool beans brain thumbs up I can see it hand pink waving.
Yeah, a little stamp. I think that's a good idea. I was just trying to think of like what, you know. It's got to be something people would want to stamp on stuff. So maybe one of my paintings. I could have different kinds. I don't know. I'm gonna work on it. This lady had a good. I mean, I guess it wasn't her idea, but it's a thing I didn't know about. You live and you learn. But that's just another. What I need is another thing to do. Faux show. I talked to my buddy who I gave my windows to when I moved here, and I switched out my windows, and he has a church in Bayard that he owns and lives in. So I donated those windows to him, but I needed the window back for my bathroom window, and he brought some windows. So I'm pretty stoked about that. We should be working on some of that soon. Don't know what these are yet, but there's something. There's something. Now we're going to need this to be a little bit different. So let's bring in a little yellow. A little yellow. A little bit of brown. Mix it all together into a nice little rosy, maybe a little bit more white. White. Go away, fly. Jeez.
Mark Deeds said, "Gotta go. Thanks for the time."
Hey, man, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And maybe when you come back, there'll be a wash on this. Who knows? I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging with me. Okay, now we gotta darken it up a little bit. Quite a bit. We down here in the grays. We've done quite a bit of it. It's pretty good. Cool, man. I'm liking this. I am liking this. Yeah, give me a sec. All right. Hoo 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 hoo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Da da. Hallelujah. Da da. Let's put a bush like this over here. Hey. Balance the color out a little bit. Grab a little of that blue. It's mostly just a clear medium. Clean the brush. Dry the brush. Put some paint on there. And let's go. More green. A little white. Then we're going to have to clean the brush, dry the brush, and do it again. Little highlights. Just lightening up the color a little bit more, noticing in the tree, could use a little bit more work. Well, that's too white. Just lightly bringing in more lines to affect what's happening. Just trying to gather, all the weight. Looking for the little light tan. Okay, so that is a goofball mistake, but I'll deal. It's paint. It's really what it takes, just to keep going, keep going, keep going. Hello. Doing well, guys. How are you guys?
Not too bad.
Welcome to my studio. Yeah. All the art in here is mine. It's what I do. I have a little YouTube show. I'm actually live right now. I'm painting this little guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did a Bob Ross style painting months ago, and today I'm like, I'm gonna put it into my style, which is the lines. And yeah, usually I'd be working on this one, but yeah, enjoy looking around. If you have any questions, let me know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. What about the flowers here? I'm looking for that orange color, the flower color. Seems to be about right. The flowers are a new experience for me.
You guys enjoying Silver City?
We live here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you enjoy it every day.
Yeah.
Lucky you,
It's not too bad.
I suppose. I mean, I can't imagine growing up here. Bless you for sticking with it and, being here and help coming into my store.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. All those photos my pop took some years back, all Mexico City mostly, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's bullfights, there's all kinds of crazy postcards that you probably won't see nowadays. Well, I'm from Tucson. I've been here 5 years, and I hope to capture the Gila with respect, It's a different environment than the Sonoran Desert where I've lived and hiked and been a part of.
Oh, yeah.
Out here, it's just, wow. It's amazing, the Gila. It really is. So, this painting took 3 years to do. And again,
What style do you do?
what style? It's my own style. That's the kind of beauty of it. If I ever do something with this, which I will, I'm dedicated, man. Perhaps someday I'll get to name it, or if I pass, someone else will get to name it. Because it's new,
Oh, yeah.
it's not
I've never
out
seen it
there.
before.
Yeah. The first guy who ever bought one of my paintings literally told me, he's like, man, I've been all over the world. I've been to the Louvre. I've been to real museums, and I've never seen this kind of work. And it was the blue, it's this little 4x10 piece, the top right 4x10 piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that one. And he bought that with the idea that he's like, man, you're going to go places. And that was when it really all changed for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because really, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. I've painted for years. I've done murals, trompe-l'oeil. I grew to despise painting
Yeah.
because it was money and it was all this thing tied to it. Where that's not what it needs to be. When it comes to real, I think real art, whatever that is. And I think, like Eric Clapton, for instance, you can tell his guitar. Jimi Hendrix, you can tell his guitar. I hope that when you see my art in the future, you'll be like, oh, that's Shane.
It's different. I've never seen this type of work.
Well, thanks, man. Here, I have business cards. These are actually for 2 hours, and basically, when it comes to line work, that's what I've done. I started with a kind of a normal painting, Bob Ross painting that I did live one day a long time ago. Where today I was like, let's put my work to it. Let's make it, let's ruin it. That's what I call it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. And this one I'm just gonna fill up. It's just the whole thing is just gonna be overwhelming with lines.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
And then somebody will be able to get this. I love it. But thank you for enjoying the art. No, man, thank you. And I hope to see you live. I have 2 channels, one where I video game at night. Lately I've been just popping zombies in the head on 7 Days to Die. That's a whole other channel. That's where I've really been 6 years now. And this Dalton Gallery channel is kind of new. But I'm kind of focusing just on the art with this channel. So you can get to it both on the card.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It's cool to do something that's like, unique.
Yeah.
I look at art all the time and I'm like, oh, that's a, or that's a, or that's a, Rarely does it come out like, whoa, it's so different.
You can see the movement in the picture as well, and it just seems like it's moving.
Man,
It's just sitting.
dude, love it. Thank you. Okay. And back to it. Hey, thank you guys. Enjoy walking around, yeah? That's cool. They're local. I love it when people come in and they're like, man, what is this style? I'm like, I don't know. So we're going to have to figure that out together. I mean, really, how lucky am I to be able to be in a situation like this? Where people are like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's cool. I could have been doing a number of things in the life of Shane. And this is where it ended up, which is cool. I mean, it ain't even ended up yet. So, even cooler. All night. All night. I suppose that's why this channel takes its time, There's no rushing life. Bottom line. I'm all dancing in my head.
There's even parts of these paintings when I'm like, it's so perfect already. And then I just got to go through and dedicate myself to putting some lines in. That's something. That's different. Water. Let's drink some water, people. I'm a little freaky about the poop shed over here, but let's do it. We're dedicated, bruh. I've been dedicated. Where you been? Oh, I've been dedicated. Dedicated, predicated. All the paint's dried up on me, folks. We've been here a while, it seems. A while. You've been here a while. Welcome to the Wow Show. We're gonna have a poop shark. Poop shark. All right, calm down. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. I've never done a poop shack. We might have to call it, you know? And then I have to come back and think about the poop shack. This is different. Sorry, the outhouse, okay? Okay, I'll use the proper words. The outhouse. The outhouse. The outhouse. The outhouse. All right. I think that's it. What do you guys think? That's pretty cool. It starts to pop, you know? Things are popping. We just need one more day on it to make everything in here in the front pop. And then we got popcorn. Popcorn. Yeah, I'll do the shed. Why not? I mean, we'll do it. We'll fix it, but we'll do it. So this painting, when done, 80 inches. Yo, dog, that's 80 inches. Hey, that's 80 inches. 80 times. Oh, it's 240. Of course, I'm an idiot. Don't talk to me. If I frame it, that's $480. So $240 as this. But if I put a nice frame on it and build the frame, and it's all wood and beautiful and strong, and oak, and we got a meth head. Our local goofball, he's high on the goofballs. Anyway, yeah, if I frame it, 480. If I do it like this, 240. Pretty cool. Striking, you know? It'll be a nice little bathroom piece. Small, just something simple. It needs a frame. I will not sell it without a frame. So this is going to get framed. So it's a $500 painting almost. But it's not a $5,000 painting, yeah? And when I get prints, hell, prints will be nice and cheap. Nice and cheap. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I certainly